In this video, I would like to talk with you about Fiverr terms. There are a couple of things that we need to know about when we want to become a seller on Fiverr. Now, this right here is the glossary of terms. Of course, you can look this up as well, but I just want to explain a couple of these terms right here because these are important. I think the first one is, quite self-explanatory. The buyer is the buyer. But then down below we got these so-called buyer requests. It says right here, when buyers have specific project requests, they have the option of posting these requests directly to the seller community. If you have gigs listed in the same category as these requests, you may offer your services. So basically this is like on other platforms such as Upwork, a place where you can apply for jobs. Then down below we have the BYOB. BYOB means the Bring Your Own Business program. Is a Fiverr initiative that offers a way to manage your clients' projects free of commission. BYOB helps our top sellers and exposes new customers to our services. Now, basically, this is going to happen. If you have a really successful Fiverr gig, if you have a lot of people buying from you and you are a top-rated seller, then it might be that Fiverr just simply says, we don't take any kind of commission. You sell to our customers without any commission. You get all the money because we want you to represent our brand. We want you to represent our business. So this is what the BYOB program is for. Then down below, we got the so-called custom offers. I think we already talked about this, but just to make it short, it is just simply an offer that you can give to people that is not the same as what you're offering on your gig page. Then down below the dashboard, I think we know that, the earnings, we know that, Fiverr Anywhere. Now this is an interesting program because basically it includes also the custom offers, but it says this feature allows you to take Fiverr business anywhere on your blog, Facebook, via messages and much more. You can start by customizing an offer and then generate the code to be placed on your blog, Facebook, etc. Now we already looked at this. When you set up your own custom offer, you basically have the option to take a bit of code and then implement that code into your website. This is what Fiverr Anywhere is all about. So basically, it's allowing you to take Fiverr onto your own platform where you can offer your own services, and thus that is a great way to get more customers to buy from you because they can directly then go to your Fiverr page or directly buy from you. All right, so then we got the Fiverr Pro program. This one is interesting as well because it says right here, verified pro sellers are handpicked by the Fiverr team as best-in-class talents. Fiverr Pro sellers enjoy better search exposure for buyers looking for professional services, faster payment clearance times, higher price limits, a dedicated customer success manager, and more. Well, basically what this means is this. When, for instance, you look for logo, you're going to find on the first page a lot of people that are actually Fiverr pros. These are people that don't necessarily have a lot of reviews, or they don't necessarily already, made a lot of money on the platform, but these people are really, really good. Now, if, for instance, you are a pro and you're very good at what you're doing, then you could become a Fiverr Pro, and thus you don't necessarily have to, again, make thousands of dollars or receive a lot of reviews. But if you offer great services, you will get a better ranking in general, which is a great thing. Then down below, we got the Fiverr Revenue Card. It's basically a debit card powered by MasterCard, which allows you to load the card with Fiverr Revenue. Now, personally, I have not used this before, so I cannot really say too much about it. But as far as I know, it is just simply, a digital value that you can then use in order to spend it on Fiverr. So for instance, when you, let's say, when you make money, for instance, as an affiliate for Fiverr, or when you just simply want to give people, for instance, money that they can spend on Fiverr, then this Fiverr Revenues card is actually quite helpful. Then down below, we got the gig. I think this is actually quite self-explanatory. This is just the offer that we, offer to people. Then this is the option for gig extras. This is the option to offer additional services within the same gig. For example, if you offer a caricature, head and shoulders drawing for 25, the gig extras could offer a full body caricature for additional $15, or two people in the caricature for an additional $20. So basically you say, all right, there's something that I'm offering, and if you want more, you have to pay more. That is basically the gig extra. Then we got the gig metadata. This is just simply the information that will help you to rank, for instance, better on Google for relevant search terms, but also to rank better on Fiverr for relevant search terms. Then, of course, the Fiverr seller levels, we already talked about that. Then we got the milestones. You can use milestones when working on larger, more complex projects. Milestones ensures that you will receive payment for the tasks you completed during the project, which basically just in general means that if, for instance, someone comes to you with a very large project and you're supposed to work on it, that you will receive your money even though perhaps you're not done with the project yet. Because let's for instance say you are working on a project for 2 months straight, and you will only then receive, let's say, the money after 2 months. For a lot of freelancers, that's not possible because, again, they need to pay their bills, and that's why these milestones are actually quite helpful. All right, so then down below we got the multiples. That is an interesting one as well. This option ensures buyers to order multiple quantities of the same gig. For example, if you offer a basic logo design for $10, a buyer who needs 2 different logos can order this gig twice for $20. That's basically what the multiples are. Now, let's for instance say you offer translation. You offer to translate 1,000 words for, let's do, I don't know, $50, something like that. Then when, for instance, people do 2,000 words, they can just buy it twice. So basically then spend $100 on your gig. Then we got the mutual cancellations. That one is an interesting one as well, because if, for instance, you receive an offer and you say, well, I don't want to work on this offer, I don't want to, work on this project, you can then cancel it. And from the other side, the other person also needs to cancel it, and then this person receives the money back. Now, it can also happen that, for instance, someone cancels the gig from their side, like not you as a seller, but actually the buyer, and that you then have to make sure that you're basically on the same line. Because if, for instance, this person cancels it, but you have done the work, you are supposed to receive the money. But if, again, the person cancels it and you are fine with that, then basically it is a mutual cancellation. Then down below we got the order. I think this is also quite self-explanatory. Then we got the out of office mode. That's a good one. I think it's quite a new tool. It's a simple one. It just simply says that if, for instance, you are on holiday or you don't have time right now, that you can put your account into out of office mode, and basically that says, or it allows you to take, for instance, a break of a couple of days where people can then, not buy from you anymore, or where they can expect that you don't necessarily have a lot of time right now, so that maybe it takes a bit longer for you to finish things. Then down below, we got the packages. That one is an important one as well. This is a way for you to offer 3 different scope levels at 3 different price factors for a single gig. Now, to be honest, packages in general are just these 3 options that we already talked about. Well, basically the 3 options like basic, premium, and VIP, these are the packages. Then post a request. Now, a request basically is a way for a buyer to say, I need something done, please apply to that request. And then sellers can apply to that request and hopefully get the job from this person and thus get paid. Then the resolution center, if you have any problems, go to the resolution center. The response rate. Now, of course, when you let's say, answer within 24 hours, your response rate is 100%. So let's say, for instance, someone texts you or sends you a message via Fiverr and you respond within 24 hours, or it takes you 19 hours to respond or something like that, then your response rate is going to be 100%. But if, for instance, let's say someone texts you and you take 48 hours, then your response rate is not going to be 100%, but actually in this case, I think it's considered 0%. So that is basically the response rate. Then down below, we got the revisions. Now, if something is wrong about the gig or something that perhaps the customer wants different, then they can apply for a revision. Then, of course, the rising talent. This is, basically Fiverr sellers that are really talented, that are right now selling a lot of stuff directly on the platform, and thus these are people that are considered, rising talents. Then we got the studios. That is a new tool as well. Studio says right here, or basically studio is just in general a way for, multiple people to work together on a single project. So if, for instance, you want various service to get done and you have a team that also needs to look over these services, then of course you can set up a Fiverr studio, and then basically you can connect with other people that are working on your team, and these people then all have access to that studio and can check on the services that have been done. Then down below we get the tags. Of course, tags are the terms that you can add to your gig in order to be found more easily, that of course characterize your gig. And then of course we got the top rated sellers, the TRS. This is what we all try to become. These are the ones that really sell a lot on the platform. So these were now a couple of terms that I find incredibly important if you want to sell on Fiverr. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope we can see each other in the next one.